Hello, everyone, and good evening to you all. My name is Felton Parker. Today is Tuesday, September 17th, 2024. As always, each day is a wonderful day to be blessed by our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. And I sincerely hope you folks had a truly blessed and wonderful Tuesday. What I have for you guys in tonight's video is a list of all the National Day holidays from my National Day calendar segment. That includes my featured National Day holiday. Also tonight for my weather segment, I will let you all know exactly what we're expecting for tomorrow, which is Wednesday, the last half of this week, the upcoming weekend, and on to the start of next week. So without further ado, on this Tuesday night, let's get things started with as I open up my National Day calendar segment. So let's get started with my National Day calendar segment here on this Tuesday night. Here's my featured National Day calendar holiday from today, Tuesday, September 17th. Today was Constitution Day and Citizenship Day. Constitution Day and Citizenship Day. On this day, Constitution Day and Citizenship Day commemorates the adoption of the Constitution of the United States and those who have become United States citizens. On this day, members of the U.S. Constitutional Convention signed the Constitution in 1787. While many contributed to crafting the document known today as the U.S. Constitution, James Madison wrote the draft forming the basis for the Constitution. Those who participated in its #Constitution Day or #Citizenship Day. While many contributed to crafting the document known today as the U.S. Constitution, James Madison wrote the draft forming the basis for the Constitution. Those who participated in its development gathered in Independence Hall in Philadelphia that sultry summer of 1787. George Washington presided over the convention, but many founding fathers attended to other diplomatic duties, unable to participate. Number one, Thomas Jefferson, the author of the Declaration of Independence, served overseas on behalf of his country. Number 2, John Adams also served abroad. Number 3, Patrick Henry refused to attend due to principle in preferring the Articles of Confederation. Others eventually swayed Henry when convention leaders added a Bill of Rights. The convention lasted from May 25th to September. To September 17, 1787. During that time, the 55 delegates debated the duties of the government, checks and balances, and the rights and freedoms of the people. They divided the government into 3 branches: the legislative branch to make the laws, the executive to execute the laws, and the judicial to interpret the laws. The delegates suffered through rough weather, heat, and illness. Despite the conditions, they formed a Bill of Rights enumerating the rights and freedoms of the people. Benjamin Franklin, Alexander Hamilton, James Madison, and George Washington all signed the Constitution. On December 7, 1787, Delaware became the first state to ratify the Constitution. So the process began, obtaining each state's approval. Rhode Island didn't send any delegates to the Constitutional Convention. Their headstrong character did not appreciate a powerful government and held tight to their independence as long as they could. As a result, they were the last state to ratify the Constitution on May 29, 1790. 14th Amendment. The 14th Amendment of the U.S. Constitution defines citizenship as all persons born or naturalized in the United States and subject to the jurisdiction thereof are citizens of the United States and of the state wherein they reside. On July 28, 1868, Secretary of State William Seward proclaimed the amendment ratified. While the 14th Amendment was the first step in a long line of amendments defining citizens and their rights, it took decades to enforce some of these rights. For example, one of a citizen's most valued powers is the power to vote. The 15th and 19th Amendments define those rights for blacks and women. However, it wasn't until 1924 that all Native Americans were granted citizenship. Through the Indian Citizenship Act, many Native Americans were allowed to vote for the first time. Still, this legislation did not stop some states from preventing some from voting. Here's how to observe. Learn more about the U.S. Constitution and the process of becoming a citizen in the United States. Explore the history of the Constitution. Study the people who brought the Constitution to life and the road to its ratification. While you're exploring, use hashtag Constitution Day or hashtag Citizenship Day to post on social media. Here's the history behind Constitution Day. This holiday dates all the way back to 1911 when schools in Iowa first recognized Constitution Day. Then in 1917, the society known as the Sons of the American Revolution formed a committee to promote Constitution Day. Members of that committee included Calvin Coolidge, John D. Rockefeller, and General John Pershing. In 1940, President Franklin D. Roosevelt declared President Franklin D. Roosevelt declared I Am an American Day, and Congress designated the third Sunday in May to celebrate it. By 1949, the governors of all 48 states had issued Constitution Day proclamations. On February 29, 1952, Congress changed the name from I Am an American Day to Citizenship Day and moved its observation to September 17th. In 2004, the day was renamed Constitution Day and Citizenship Day. So here's some facts about Constitution Day. There have been 27 amendments to the Constitution. The first 10 amendments comprise the Bill of Rights. There have been 27 amendments to the Constitution. The first 10 amendments comprise the Bill of Rights. One amendment. The 21st Amendment repeals the 18th Amendment. When the U.S. Constitution was signed, 13 additional copies were hand copies so that each of the 13 original states would have a copy. Over the centuries, some of the original copies have been lost. However, the original document can be viewed at the National Archives Museum. The National Archives Museum also houses the Declaration of Independence, Bill of Rights, and many other documents within its vaults. So that's what we have learned about earlier today on this Tuesday, each year on September 17th, Constitution Day and Citizenship Day. And also, did you guys know that today was also, in relation to this, did you guys know that today also was voter registration day? During this month, in September, National Voter Registration Day urges citizens to register to vote. Every state varies on what that date is, so make sure you're registered to make your vote each year during the month of September. That would be this month, to be exact. National Voter Registration Day urges citizens to register to vote. Every state varies on what date it is. Every year during the month of September, that would be this month. Every year during the month of September, National Voter Registration Day urges citizens to register to vote. Every state varies on what date it is, so make sure you're registered to make your vote count. More than 300,000 Americans registered to vote on the inaugural day of the observance in 2012. That number jumped to 800,000 in 2018. The day helps to ensure eligible voters register in their districts each year. The awareness campaign provides valuable information for each state too. Timed ideally a few months before some of the bigger elections of the year, the day places information in the hands of the voters at the right time. There are hundreds of local, state, and national organizations driving the day and bringing it to you as well. Partner organizations also help by coordinating thousands of public events to bring awareness about ballot initiatives, local elections, and voter registration. If your right to vote means anything to you, make sure you're registered. While registration isn't required in every state has minimum requirements. Knowing what they are and being prepared to vote is an important part of a democracy. Learn about your voter rights and requirements. Be informed by checking where your polling place is. You can also learn more about mail-in voting. If you have any questions about voter registration, all the answers are conveniently located in one place. Each state has different requirements, so if you've moved recently, be sure to know the requirements where you live. Make your vote count. Register to vote and use hashtag Voter Registration Day to post on social media. The National Association of Secretaries of State established the first National Voter Registration Day on September 25, 2012. That would be a Tuesday. In 2014, 2 years later, the NASS, the National Association of Secretaries of State, established the fourth Tuesday of September as the official day for National Voter Registration Day. To find out if whether or not you're registered to vote, visit vote.org and fill out a form online to find out if you're registered. Even though you do not have a driver's license but a state identification card, like for me, I do not have a driver's license but I have a state identification card, you can still register to vote. You can use, as I just mentioned, you can register with your state-issued non-driver ID. I have one of those. If you do not have either a driver's license or a non-driver ID, some states allow registration using the last 4 digits. That, of course, would be your social. That would be the last 4 digits of your social security number. Just do not tell anyone what your social security number is. Other states require the entire social security number for registration. North Dakota is the only state that does not require voter registration. So those are some facts about Constitution and Citizenship Day and Voter Registration Day. Today also was National Professional House Cleaners Day, National Monte Cristo Day, National It Professionals Day. Also today was National Apple Dumpling Day. So that's part of the National Day Calendar segment here on this Tuesday, September 17th. And of course, let's get into all who have celebrated birthdays here on today's date, September 17th. NFL player Patrick, NFL football player, here are the following people who have celebrated birthdays on this day, September 17th. NFL player Patrick Mahomes. Today, NFL player Patrick Mahomes turns 29. TV actress Mia Tallarico turns 16. Movie actress Ella Purnell turns 28. TV actor Bobby Lee turns 53. Rapper RD turns 22. Movie actor Mina Masad turns 33. Hockey player, I'm not sure if he's professional or if he's college, Austin Matthews turns 27. Songwriter Myra turns 50. Reality star Jennifer Williams turns 50. Race car driver Esteban Ocon turns 28. Voice actor Charles Martinet turns 69. TV actor Jordan Connor turns 33. Rapper Lil Kayla turns 30. Any of you ever heard of her? Rugby player Mike Catt turns 53. Football player Andrew East turns 33. TV actress India Amartya-Filio turns 23. TV actress Danielle Brooks turns 35. Pop singer Anastasia turns 56. TV actor Kyle Chandler turns 59. And celebrating, remembering those who would have celebrated birthdays today, and remembering that would have celebrated birthdays today would be country singer Hank Williams Sr., pop singer Sophie Zion, and TV actor John Ritter. Those are some of the people that we remember from that remember that they are currently deceased, that would have celebrated, those that will always be in our memory. Those are the following famous celebrities, famous Americans, some of the famous, widely known famous people who we have celebrated today, celebrated today's date, September 17th. Excuse me. And of course, now your weather. Now today, we continue to hold on to quite a bit of abundant cloud cover, but we've seen those clouds we've seen the clouds clear just in time to give way to afternoon sunshine, as we've continued to see the very last of the ongoing lingering remnants from Hurricane Francine, of the remnants of Francine lingering around the reef. But eventually, Francine's remnants are going to clear us out and eventually give us to get. Francine's remnants are going to clear us out, give us way to much warmer and drier conditions heading into the remainder of the week. And I'll let you guys know if there. I will let you guys know in a few minutes from now if there's a chance of rain in the forecast anytime soon. Expect near average low temperatures tonight with readings by dawn ranging mostly in the upper 60s to lower 70s. Patchy or even some areas of dense fog will be possible in the hours before and after sunrise, which occurs tomorrow morning at 7:01 a.m. So of course, maybe I should go back and refresh this page, but I wouldn't say that's current information. But tomorrow we should be a little bit warmer than comparing to these numbers. I have highs settling into the low 90s tomorrow. I'll tell you guys more about it in a few minutes. And of course here on this Tuesday night we're not seeing any. We do not have any watches or warnings being issued. Always quiet here on this Tuesday night since we're really not seeing anything much is showing on the Shreveport radar as far as any disturbances or a chance of maybe a shower or a thunderstorm or two. We're not seeing much of anything happening on the local radar tonight. But what you do see here is maybe just a small pockets of showers, and of course, remnants of Francine should be long out of the picture. And of course, we're seeing a few spotty showers along the Florida Panhandle as well as the Florida Gulf Coast. A small shower just south of the Birmingham metro area in central Alabama, and also portions of central Georgia. That's like the Macon, Georgia area. Of course, the upper level low right here across portions parked across central Louisiana is what's been responsible for the abundant cloud cover the past few days, associated with the remnants of Francine that brought us the extremely heavy rain totals across southeast Louisiana last week. And of course during the overnight hours, we've seen the low clouds increase in overnight tonight. And of course, those low clouds eventually gave way to some afternoon sunshine. But still, high temperatures were still, even though now today has been basically we've seen December temperatures in the mid to upper 80s over the past few days. So we've been at for the past few days now. That would make 3 days in a row. That would make an additional 3 days in a row with below normal daytime high temperatures. Earlier today we reached 88 degrees for high temperature here in Shreveport. And of course clouds throughout the good portion of the day has given way to skies clearing in the evening hours, just in time to go view tonight's. Just in time to go outside and view tonight's partial lunar eclipse. Of course, did any of you guys get to view tonight's full moon? Of course, tonight's full moon would be considered the harvest moon. And of course, if you hadn't had a chance, then you still have time to step outside tonight, even though it is like a little less than 30 minutes prior to midnight. So of course, this is be like a rare event about the total lunar eclipse, about the partial lunar eclipse, also known as the supermoon. This is likely. I'm going to tell you guys. I'll give you a brief description about tonight's harvest moon. This would be considered the harvest moon. Also, the partial lunar eclipse. So the harvest moon, the full moon closest to the harvest moon is called the full moon closest to the September equinox, the autumnal equinox, which occurs in 5 days. The full moon closest to the autumnal equinox is called the harvest moon. It is unique because the moon rises closest. The full moon closest to the autumnal equinox is called the harvest moon. It is unique because the moon rises close at the same time several days in a row. Excuse me. So I'm gonna read a little about the partial lunar eclipse of the harvest moon, the supermoon. So the harvest moon, supermoon. So tonight, the harvest moon, supermoon will see part of Earth's shadow pass over the lunar surface, creating a murky red partial lunar eclipse. The lunar eclipse will reach its maximum phase, whereby the moon is obscured by Earth's darkest shadow, the umbra. At the this actually occurred around 9:44 p.m. Central Daylight Time, Tuesday, September 17th. This is for this occurred at 10:44 p.m. Eastern. That would be 9:44 p.m. Central Daylight Time. In Europe and Africa, this eclipse will already have occurred during the early morning hours of Wednesday, September 18th. So if you have not been able to watch the lunar eclipse in person, I just got photos of it. You can follow the event online at space.com. Space.com is the website for you to go to find out more about tonight's harvest moon. Hope you've had a chance to view tonight's full moon. So again, skies have generally cleared just in time for this occurrence. As we sail onto cloud cover a good portion of the day. Then we've seen some late day sunshine, which has helped. We warmed up some, but not a lot. But still, temperatures were held slightly below normal. But I hope you've enjoyed the clouds and Francine's remnants while you could. Thanks with clouds and getting us patchy spotty showers. And it is indicated that here in Shreveport today we did not receive any rain. Now my question is, will it stay dry? Will it stay dry the rest of the week, or now my question is, will it stay dry? Will it stay dry for the? Now question is, will it stay dry for the remainder of this week? Will it stay dry the remainder of this week? I will have to answer to that just shortly. But right now, temperature outside here on this Tuesday night is 70. Temperature outside here on this Tuesday night is 73 degrees with clear skies. Of course, as I was telling y'all, skies have cleared just in time for tonight's viewing of the partial lunar eclipse, also known as this month's full moon, the harvest moon. Temperature outside on this Tuesday night is 73 degrees with clear skies. Winds are calm, humidity is 89%, dew point is 72 degrees. Barometric pressure is at 29.92 inches of mercury. Now it is still quite muggy. It is a little muggy and humid outside tonight, so there's a chance that we cannot rule out a chance of patchy dense fog to develop around the region overnight. So do not be surprised if you would wake up tomorrow morning to some patchy dense fog. Of course, we can have foggy conditions in the morning, but once that fog clears, we should have another day of a near. Now we should be. Now I'll tell you guys more about. It looks like we're going to see much warmer temperatures within the next several days, and summer's not. Of course, summer's not over with yet. So I'll let you guys know that we could. Now, could we actually get close to reaching 100 before the end of this week? Heavy to excessive rainfall in Montana, Bering Sea low to bring heavy to excessive rainfall in Montana. Bering Sea low to bring impacts to southwest Alaska. Heavy to excessive rainfall is forecast across portions of Montana Wednesday, along with an isolated flash flooding threat. A slight risk of excessive rainfall, level 2 or 4, is in effect for central Montana. A Bering Sea low will continue to bring strong winds, moderate to heavy rainfall, and high seas to southwest Alaska. A North Pacific low may bring impacts A North Pacific low may impact southwest Alaska at the end of the week. So we are carefully watching for so that's not going to affect us. I'm about to let you guys know what we have in the tropics, and it looks like that we can have something quite interesting to talk to you guys about another possible tropical disturbance in the Gulf next week. Right now, it is too early. It is too early for me. It is too early for me to tell exactly what could happen. It is too early for me to tell that we could be watching, and this is something we have to watch for. We always have to watch as the unusual warm waters tend to become even much warmer. So. Of course, excuse me. So as of right now, with the dissipation of Tropical Storm Gordon, the first named storm of the season so far to not make Tropical Storm Gordon, the first named storm to not make landfall so far this season anywhere in the U.S. has dissipated. And as of right now, we do not have anything active in the tropics for the first time in likewise a week's time. So the tropics are temporarily quieting down for right now, but it looks like there's a possibility that we can have some signs of developing at some point at some time next week. I will keep you guys know with the latest on that fact for sure. But tonight with mostly clear skies, tonight with skies getting mainly clear, we should forecast the bottom at 72 degrees with the light east wind, and of course we're not expecting any rain. So of course it's gonna be rather warm, and temperature's gonna be a bit on the warm side. So on average, we should be in the mid to upper 60s for low. So instead, we're gonna be we're gonna be at least a few degrees warmer than average, with the low temperature bottoming out at 72 degrees. With the light east wind, and we are not expecting any rain. And tomorrow, going into your Wednesday, summer is actually so tomorrow as you go into your Wednesday, summer gradually makes a comeback. Hopefully this will be one last time we deal with summer-like temperatures as we go into the next few days, starting with tomorrow. So summer is likely to make a return to the area. Summer is likely going to make a return to the area after seeing temperatures lowering in the 80s for 3 days in a row with cloud cover. We should see a lot less in the way of cloud, in the way of clouds. That should give us enough sunshine to warm us up tomorrow as the high pressure ridge center slowly graduates to park itself over our region after being concentrated in portions of south central Texas the past couple days. Tomorrow it will be a very warm and humid day with mostly sunny skies. Maybe because we have the humidity around. There's no way we can rule out a chance of a stray shower or two cannot be ruled. A possible stray shower or two cannot be ruled out. But I expected much of the day to be mainly dry and rather hot, mainly dry and much warmer with more sunshine. So the more sunshine we see during the day tomorrow, the warmer we get. So tomorrow we will top out at 92 degrees. That's just about 3 degrees above where we should be this time of year. It's going to be a very warm day for us with most sunny skies. We'll have an east wind at 5 miles per hour, and of course, I'll put your rain chance at least at 10% for tomorrow. Maybe we'll see a brief small shower or two that tends to pop up tomorrow. And now, and of course, we should expect mostly clear skies for tonight. We should see clear skies along with a few clouds working from time to time during the golden hours tonight, early part of the day tomorrow. So we should see temperatures mainly in the low to mid 70s. We should see temperatures mainly in the low to mid 70s overnight tonight. So it's going to be quite one of those summer feel nights. as we go into these last few days, and of course, each of the last, in fact, each of the last few days of summer are going to feel a lot like it. So we will start out tomorrow morning with the temperatures. We will start out tomorrow morning 6 a.m. with mostly clear skies, temperature 72 degrees. 9 a.m. tomorrow with mostly sunny skies. We should be at 77 degrees. That's around 9 a.m. tomorrow. Noon tomorrow with mostly sunny skies. We should be at 87 degrees. 3 p.m. tomorrow afternoon with mostly sunny skies. We should be at 91 degrees. 6 p.m. tomorrow evening with mostly sunny skies. We should be at 88 degrees. 9 p.m. tomorrow night with clear skies. We should be at 81 degrees. So with more sunshine expected, tomorrow should be warmer than today. With more sunshine on the way, with more sunshine expected, tomorrow should be warmer than today. Now here's what the next 7 to 10 days have in store for us. So after dealing with mainly clear skies tonight, be a rather warm and muggy night for us tonight, with some patchy dense fog possible tomorrow morning. I'll let you guys know for sure. Tonight's low temperature 72 degrees. Tomorrow will be a very warm and humid day for us with mostly sunny skies. High of 92, low of 72. Winds will be from the east at 5 miles per hour. Chance rain 10%. So I cannot rule out maybe a chance of a small stray shower or two, but much of the day should stay dry. And of course, with more sunshine expected tomorrow, that should give us enough fuel to help warm us up into low 90s. High of 92, low of 72. Winds will be from the east at 5 miles per hour. Chance rain 10%. If tomorrow's not hot enough for you, then how about Thursday? Very warm with plenty of sunshine. High of 95, low of 73. Winds will be from the east at 5 miles per hour, and we're not expecting any rain as we head into your Thursday. And of course, Friday it's going to be hot with plenty of sunshine. So, and of course, if Thursday's not hot enough for you, Friday it gets even hotter as the ridge of high pressure tends to move its way even closer to us. So that's probably going to be one of the hottest days we'll see out the next several days. So it will be hot, it will be hot with plenty of sunshine. Just remember the dangers of dehydration and heat stroke if you're going to be spending an extended period of time outside. High of 99, low of 73. Winds will be from the east-southeast at 5 miles per hour, and we're not expecting any rain going into your Friday. So we could be closing on the door for reaching one. We could be closing on the door for. We could be that's close to reaching triple digits. Thought we were done with those. So again, Friday's going to be even hotter. So Friday's going to be one of the hottest days we'll see after the next several days. That is quite unusually hot for this time of year. High of 99, low of 73. Winds will be from the east southeast at 5 miles per hour. No rain is expected. Saturday, mostly sunny. It would be hot with mostly sunny skies. High of 98, low of 72. Winds will be from the south southeast at 6 miles per hour. Chance of rain 10%. Sunday, do not forget this coming Sunday officially marks the first day of fall. It would be mostly sunny and very warm. High of 93, low of 71. Winds will be from the south at 7 miles per hour. Chance of rain 10%. Monday, as we go into the start of next week, it would be partly cloudy and very warm. Maybe a slight chance of a shower or thunderstorm or two possible. High of 92, low of 72. Winds will be from the south at 7 miles per hour. Chance of rain 20%. Tuesday, it would be very warm, most sunny skies. High of 93, low of 70. Winds will be from the south at 7 miles per hour and no rain is expected. It looks like heading towards the middle of next week, we will continue to see the unusual warmth lasting into much of next week, with highs staying generally in the low 90s for the remainder of next week. Next Wednesday, which is the 25th, it will be mostly sunny with highs top down in the low 90s with a 10% chance of rain expected, but not much. Thursday of next week, it would be mostly sunny and very warm with highs in the low 90s and no rain expected. It looks like next Friday we could have a chance of showers and thunderstorms, partly cloudy with a decent chance of showers and thunderstorms likely. Highs will be in the low 90s, chance of rain 80%. That's heading towards the end of next week. So our next best chance of rain will probably have to wait until the end of next week. But that's still over a week out. But I will keep you guys updated as it gets closer to that time. But again, from now all the way through at least early next week through the from now through it from now beginning with now all beginning with now all the way at least through the first half of next week, we're not going to see much of any rain. So if you for those of you who have gotten rain, consider yourselves lucky since unfortunately we did not get much, and it doesn't look like we're going to be getting much more within much of the next week or so. And also, even though the official start to fall is less than a week away, I know you're excited about getting those about the smell and the scent of pumpkin spice and pumpkin spice and everything pumpkin related. Don't count on any strong fall cold front, any signs of true fall weather to arrive in the area just yet. Do not count on that just yet. I'll try to bring some fall-like temperatures following the end of next week. I'll try my best to bring another taste of fall-like weather to the area. But until then, summer is what it is. We're going to continue to hold on to summer with highs each of the next several days ranging anywhere from the low to middle to even upper 90s. Looks like Friday and Saturday we could see high temperatures topping in the upper 90s Friday and Saturday, with highs in the upper 90s each day. Otherwise, we'll most likely stay with the exception of Friday and Saturday, much of the next week is we'll likely see highs generally in the low to mid 90s. So it's been nice and rather enjoyable, at least for the next few days, with cloud cover holding temperatures below normal. But that's about to change as the ridge of high pressure begins to build on, and with more sunshine expected later this week, that's going to help warm us up well into the 90s. We're going to see temperatures ranging several degrees above normal, beginning with tomorrow going through at least basically the most of next week, and then with that decent rain chance by the end of next week, we'll work on trying to get in some. I'll try to see if I can find some fall-like temperatures to return just in time to go into the end of next week. I will keep you guys up to date for sure. But until then, we're going to hold on to summer with much warmer temperature readings topping out in the upper 90s by come Friday and Saturday. We have high temperatures. We should be at 99 for Friday, 98 for Saturday. And of course, we'll ease it back down on our daytime high temperatures heading into next week, but still staying above normal. So it looks like highs will stay generally at or above normal as we go into the next several days, without much of a chance of rain until we get into the end of next week. Until we at least get into the latter portion of next week, and then we'll see where we go from there. I will keep you guys up to date if anything ever changes. Now your rain chances. So rain chances will be at least 10%. So it doesn't look like we're going to have much of a chance of rain on the way of the next several days, unfortunately. So we're going to be looking awfully dry and hot as we go through the next 3 days. So rain chances will be 10% or less. Rain chances will be fairly slim to none as we go through the next several days. But 10% each day through at least 10% or less each day through at least Sunday. Maybe a slightly better rain chance by the time we go into the start of next week. This will be for next Monday, which is the 23rd. 20% rain chance by next Monday, but that's not anything much. And then we focus on. Then we continue with dry conditions going further into next week. Then it looks like the next best rain chance happens to be late next week. I will keep you guys up to date for sure. But that's the way it's looking like. The only rain chance I have for the next 7 days is Monday of next week with it. But that rain chance is only going to be at 20%. But an extended long run of a very late season, a end of summer. So, of course, these last few days of summer and until at least the first couple of days of fall, more like summer, not so much like fall just yet. So, without much rain, and as of right now, of course, this could change. I do not see anything tropical headed, anything else tropical headed over our way. So, early in the day, we've seen the very last of the remnants of Francine that brought us heavy rain to nearly all portions of Southwest Louisiana last week. So, we just keep our fingers crossed and find out. Keep you guys up to date. If anything newly active is likely to develop in the tropics within the next few days, I will keep you all posted. And now, I'll do a little football preview. Of course, last night wrapped up the. Last night was the final week of the second. Last night was the final game of the second week of the 2024 NFL season. So we watched last night when the Atlanta Falcons defeated the Philadelphia Eagles, winning over the Philadelphia Eagles by 1 point. Final score to that was 22 to 21. The victory over the Atlanta Falcons. Now, NFL Week 3 begins Thursday night on Amazon Prime between the New England Patriots and the New York Jets. Another AFC East matchup. So this Thursday night at 7:15 p.m. we have the New England Patriots and the New York Jets. And also this Sunday, both the New Orleans Saints and the Dallas Cowboys will have their respective games at home this coming Sunday, September 22nd. The New Orleans Saints, the undefeated New Orleans Saints, will be at home to host the Philadelphia Eagles. That game will be played Sunday at noon. And also the Dallas Cowboys will be at home to host the Baltimore Ravens later on Sunday afternoon at 3:25 p.m. And of course, I believe Fox will have this coming Sunday's NFL doubleheader. I'll have the listeners of more NFL games later in the week. And of course, looking forward to some LSU Tiger football heading into its fourth week of regular season play. The LSU Tigers this coming Saturday will be at home to host UCLA this coming Saturday afternoon at 2:30 p.m. This coming Saturday at 2:30 p.m. This coming Saturday at 2:30 p.m. The LSU Tigers will be at home to host UCLA. Excuse me. The LSU Tigers will be at home to host UCLA this coming Saturday, September 21st. And I believe this game will be nationally broadcast on ABC. So this coming Saturday, September 21st, LSU Tigers will be at home to host UCLA. And I believe this will be just about all that I want to share with y'all here on this Tuesday night. And of course tomorrow we'll keep you guys. And of course I'll have tomorrow's National Day Calendar segment, and also tomorrow night in tomorrow night's video I will keep you guys informed and let you all know exactly. And in the weather segment for tomorrow, I will have the very latest of our end of the summer official into summer heat wave with unusually hot temperature. So getting ourselves prepared for unusually hot and dry weather as we our unusual hot and dry weather as we prepare to close out this week. And this will most likely complete my video with you guys here on this Tuesday night. Once again, my name is Felton Parker. I'm officially signing off here for tonight. You guys have a good night, sleep peacefully, take care of yourselves and each other. Most of all, remain blessed and stay safe. Thank you.